Smacking, cracking, and watching. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe. This week we met James Delos. This is Logan's father, the money man behind it all. This is the island, the cultural center of it's got to do with Greek mythology. It is called the same name, Delos, his last name. So they have snuck it in here, people. This is where they're saying the weapon is. This is the center of Westworld. What is underneath there? Are they storing bodies? Is this where they've kept samples of everything? Is this a way out into the real world, low key? Is it a mass suicide type situation? I don't know, but this episode was everything. So many questions. So if Apollo was birthed in the center of this island, who was birthed in Westworld Center? Because Apollo is all about prophecy and truth. That is what he's the god of in the music. So who is Westworld's equivalent of Apollo? That's the big question. Is it Bernard? Oh my goodness, I know you Breaking Bad fans lost your marbles like I did. Gus Fring is here, aka El Lazo, came and went, but I just wanted to go to Los Polos Hermanos. Here we are, y'all. Westworld Season 2, Episode 2. This episode is called Reunion. Make sure y'all hit like, comment, subscribe, audio only. Show him his history. Oh, this episode gave me everything, you guys. You know why? There's no judges. It's your world, this world, so many mentions of the world. Is it just for fun? But for whose entertainment is the big thing. You know what I mean? Is it host? Is it the guest? It's going to go down really soon. We have Treasures, Glory, The Valley Beyond. Everyone is leading up to the same thing. We have all these different dang on timelines. Years ago, in the future, same characters that have dissolved into other characters. We're figuring it out one episode at a time, and I love you. You know what? The producers and directors and writers and everyone with this show, I wanted to slap each and every one of y'all. How do you have Dolores sitting in the person who cared for her? You know there was a little love situation between her and the white hat. Dolores at that home playing piano, overhearing William's daughter. Well, obviously the little girl isn't little anymore. So where is she? The wife of the person you have a little crush for, and he has a little thing for you. That was powerful, man. Here, it's almost time, Arnold, in the beginning. We have Bernard protecting Dolores. We're speaking of dreams and visions, the space for Charlie. Charlie wasn't dead yet, y'all. Bernard's scene was probably 3-4 minutes, but it was showing the emotions and that emotional connection. But it's a robot. She's saying the same thing. Have you ever seen something with so much splendor? He's trying to connect with Dolores, but she just starts over. You remember VCRs when you would play a movie and it'd get to the end and it would just automatically rewind and eject? That's kind of what happened to her. She said everything she was programmed to do, and she just started all over again, but she's retaining everything. And that's why we love Dolores. She wants to be free. She overheard everything. She is the fly on the wall. Heard it all, did her deed, and now she's leading a revolution. It went down in Sector 19, proving that Westworld is so dang on big and chaos can occur, and it's still so many people that's unaware. The Argos Initiative, we have Akashita, my man from Longmire, and from the show called The Sun, which will be returning, I think, in a couple months. Y'all gotta get into that. It's a Texas Western movie. Speaking of Western, I really like that The Man in the Black Hat, they gave us straight up Western old school vibes. We also saw the Chinese writing on a building, I do believe, in one of the beginning scenes, which leads us to kind of think, okay, Asian world, is that a thing? Is that where we were in the past or in the future? Very interesting. What is the real world in this show? Where is it located? Logan, easily excited. This guy is so excited. Everything is a game for him. Everything is a game. We get drugs and party, sporadic behavior with this particular character. He's pretty interesting. So the Man in the Black Hat says this is technically cheating, and that refers us right back to this is a big nasty game. Joy about the show is the music. It's classical. They're talking about Chopin, Gershwin. We also had that reference to Scott Joplin, I think, in the pilot. So it's just an awesome show, man. Dolores forced to torture and go in to create this whole system failure. That's what she has to do at this point. The kill command with the man in the black hat and El Lazo. No, this game is meant for you, William. And then all of them are dead. I'm like, dang, this is crazy. Like, seriously. Lawrence would have to be involved in one of my favorite scenes this entire episode. The horse stealer, the nasty spit, the anthill, anthills are something everyone has to avoid, but his head is sitting in it upside down. He's hanging, and he has to use for leverage to gain momentum or whatnot. He has to push himself off by placing his hand in an ant pile, which is just crazy, disgusting. I just cringed the whole time. And he was able to get the gun to homeboy to blast that dude in the face. They will shoot a face. They will shoot someone in the neck, the face, and the gore. It's definitely in the show, but that was that old school Western movie feel, and it was cool. This is a place of sin, and people, you're always watched, and it's not free. It's not for fun. So they were getting this whole Big Brother element put into the show. Was this place meant to blackmail folks? Because that's kind of how I felt at one point. We could talk about this whole weapon right now. To me, when we first saw the scene, it looked like a broken bridge full of death, darkness. It looked like a set that a battle happened. That's how I felt. So later on, Teddy and Dolores are talking, and she's saying, hey man, it's a weapon. I've seen it. We're going to end up going there. So let me know in the comment section, what did you think about this whole weapon? I wonder what happened in the future to Akashita, because they can't just bring us this new character and then we don't see him again. He's too powerful, he's too mysterious, and I love it. I want to know, how the plane came down into Westworld and all of the people were just kind of figuring out, oh, this is our investment, or let me see how these characters feel or look up close when they came with the helicopter. How did that guy die? The big powerful Bucks. And what made William go dirty? Or did he go dirty? What was his agenda? Did William kill that man? His wife's husband? Could he have done it to take over the company? The room full of characters and some with familiar faces on the piano and around the room. I thought that was really cool to put them in that setting. It's kind of like you get irritated, but at the same time, that's what makes us tune in every week, because we don't know the timeline. We aren't quite sure exactly how many years, 20, 30 years ahead, 20, 30 years in the past, the show actually tells us. They're not dumbing it down to the point of, there's a subtitle on the bottom saying 2030, or 1999. But Logan's father, James Delos, his character, man, we got to see more of him. Artificial folks, we have some real people. We still haven't seen Charlotte. We didn't see Charlotte this episode. We have to find her. We have to know more about what she knows, what the man in black knows, and that will lead us to the story. Even though Dolores is guiding us and she's basically, you could say, our main character, without William, who I'm starting to think, okay, he's a hero, even though he's dark and he's a jerk and he's the black hat. We need him. We need him to get this done. But we're all going to end up at the same place, and it's just going to be like a Mexican standoff. Everybody's going to have a gun pointing at each other, for real. I think everyone who's on Maeve or on Dolores' side, they've been basically programmed to not rebel. Now, the man in black, he's on his own. Can we trust Lawrence? Does he have a kill code inside of him that he may go away? Is he working for someone else? I don't know. It may be programmed to where the man in black thinks Lawrence is on his side, and then he switches it out as a dirty Ford joke. I don't know. If you listen to my first episode, number 1 review for the pilot of this season, the season premiere, I told you guys about the ants and how they can lead off to a specific area and they all can kill themselves just like a colony. And we saw that water and all those bodies out there. That could be no different than that kill command. What happened with El Lazo and his crew. Boom. So Westworld out there snatching up information on people, probably collecting all their DNA, their habits, their dirty little secrets, and saving it until further notice to get whatever they want out of them. Who knows? These are people with heavy pockets too, man. These ain't just people who are around the corner from you, regular folks. These are people with heavy pockets that can be blackmailed for whatever reason. And let's not forget season 1. There was a big old room full of hundreds of bodies just sitting there on chill. Are they all hosts? Where did they come from? Can we go find them? Will Dolores end up finding that room full of all of them and activate them all? And now we got a war on our hands, boys and girls. So many possibilities. I just don't see Dolores and Maeve going against each other. But I do, it's going to be a war. It's going to be a war. So, sure enough. Y'all drop those comments below. Let me know what you think about all this collection of thoughts, dreams, and DNA and whatnot. Until the next time, peace. Be safe.